Have you ever wondered why some people seem to attract money effortlessly while others struggle no matter how hard they try? The truth is, money isn't just paper, it's energy. It flows, it shifts, and it responds to the way we think, act, and connect with Allah. But here's the shocking part. Allah has already told us exactly how to attract this energy of wealth into our lives. The problem is, most Muslims ignore these timeless principles, chasing money the hard way while overlooking the spiritual keys that unlock real abundance. In this video, we're going to uncover how Islam teaches us to align with the divine laws of provision. Laws that don't just fill your bank account, but bring lasting barakah, peace, and fulfillment. If you've been searching for the real secret to Rizq, stay with me. You're about to see money in a completely new light. 1. Money is energy. Money is more than just a physical currency. It carries an invisible energy that flows in and out of our lives. Just like light, sound, or movement, money too has a vibration. It responds to the way we think, feel, and act. When people see money as scarce, they often live in fear, holding on to it tightly. That fear itself becomes an energy that pushes abundance away. But when money is viewed as a tool, a resource, and a blessing from Allah, it starts to flow more freely. In Islam, wealth is described as rizq, a provision that moves through people by the will of Allah. This means money isn't stagnant. It's dynamic, constantly shifting from one hand to another. The way we treat it, whether with greed, generosity, or gratitude, affects how it returns to us. When used in good ways, supporting family, helping others, and seeking halal means, its energy grows stronger and brings peace instead of stress. Understanding money as energy allows us to detach from the illusion of control. We don't own wealth, we channel it. And the more we align this flow with sincerity and trust in Allah, the more that energy blesses our lives. 2. Allah owns all provision. Every coin, every grain of food, every drop of water is not truly ours. It belongs to Allah. The Qur'an reminds us, "To Allah belongs whatever is in the heavens and whatever is on the earth." This means the wealth we hold is only entrusted to us for a short time. We may think our hard work, intelligence, or connections brought us money, but in reality, Allah is the one who allowed those opportunities to exist in the first place. This understanding frees us from arrogance and despair. When wealth increases, we do not become proud because we know it's a gift. When it decreases, we do not lose hope because the true owner still provides in ways beyond our imagination. Allah gives to some in abundance and withholds from others, not as injustice, but as a test of faith, patience, and gratitude. Recognizing Allah as the sole provider also changes how we pursue money. We no longer chase it recklessly or through haram means because we know provision is written. Instead, we focus on obedience and trust, confident that whatever portion is meant for us will reach us. True peace comes from knowing our rizq is secure with Him. 3. Gratitude attracts. Increased gratitude is one of the most powerful spiritual principles in Islam, and it has a direct link with wealth. Allah clearly states in the Qur'an, "If you are grateful, I will surely increase you." This increase is not limited to spiritual rewards. It extends to health, peace, and material blessings. Gratitude acts like a magnet. It draws more good into our lives because it shows that we value and acknowledge what Allah has already given us. Many people focus on what they don't have, which leads to feelings of scarcity and dissatisfaction. This mindset blocks them from seeing the opportunities Allah places before them. Gratitude, on the other hand, shifts our perspective. When we thank Allah for the little, a meal, a shelter, a small earning, He opens doors to greater provision. It transforms even modest wealth into something that feels abundant, because the heart learns contentment. Being grateful is not only in words, but also in actions. Using wealth responsibly, sharing with others, and avoiding waste are all forms of shukr. The more consistently we live in gratitude, the more Allah entrusts us with, because He knows we recognize His gifts and will honor them. 4. Charity multiplies. Wealth, one of the most beautiful teachings in Islam, is that giving does not reduce wealth, it increases it. The Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, said, "Charity does not decrease wealth." At first glance, this seems opposite to worldly logic. When you give away money, it appears that you now have less. But in reality, Allah places barakah in the wealth of those who give, and that barakah can return in countless ways. Charity, or sadaqah, purifies the heart from greed and softens it with compassion. It also strengthens communities, as the wealth you share uplifts those in need. This circulation of money creates blessings for both the giver and the receiver. Sometimes Allah replaces what you gave with something better: unexpected income, protection from hardship, or peace of mind that no amount of money can buy. There are also unseen spiritual effects. Every act of giving writes a reward in the hereafter and becomes a shield against calamities in this world. The energy of wealth grows stronger when it flows, not when it is hoarded. By giving, you are telling Allah that you trust Him as the provider, and in response, He opens more doors of provision. 5. Hard work with pure intention. In Islam, effort itself carries spiritual weight when the intention is sincere. Working to provide for oneself and one's family is considered an act of worship if done with honesty and halal means. The Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, said, "No one eats better food than that which he eats from the work of his own hands." This highlights that hard work is not just about earning money, it is about dignity, self-respect, and fulfilling responsibility. Pure intention transforms ordinary labor into something sacred. A person who wakes up early, struggles through challenges, and strives to earn a living with integrity is actually engaging in ibadah. Even small earnings gained lawfully are worth more than large amounts acquired through dishonesty. Hard work, combined with patience, becomes a means through which Allah places blessings in both wealth and time. At the same time, Islam encourages balance. Hard work should not be fueled by greed or endless pursuit of dunya. Instead, it should be guided by the aim of serving Allah, caring for family, and benefiting others. With this mindset, every effort, whether running a business, farming, or teaching, turns into a pathway of rizq that nourishes both body and soul. 6. Tawakkul, trust in Allah. Tawakkul is one of the most powerful principles in attracting sustenance, yet it is often misunderstood. Trusting Allah does not mean sitting idle and expecting provision to fall from the sky. It means doing your part with effort and planning, while firmly believing that the outcome rests only in His hands. This balance between action and reliance is what opens doors that human effort alone could never reach. The Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, illustrated this beautifully. If you were to rely upon Allah with true reliance, He would provide for you as He provides for the birds. They go out hungry in the morning and return full in the evening. Notice that the birds still leave their nests. They take action, but their sustenance is guaranteed by Allah. When a believer practices true tawakkul, worry about the future begins to fade. Opportunities appear in unexpected places. Help arrives from sources never considered, and difficulties are eased in subtle ways. Tawakkul transforms fear into calm, because the heart knows that Allah never abandons those who rely on Him sincerely. In reality, trusting Allah is itself a form of wealth, for it secures both provision in this world and peace in the next. 7. Barakah is the real wealth. True wealth is not measured by numbers in a bank account, but by the presence of barakah, divine blessing that makes limited resources stretch beyond expectation. A person may have little yet live in peace, health, and contentment, while another may possess millions but feel constant stress, fear, and emptiness. This is the difference between wealth with barakah and wealth without it. Barakah manifests in many forms: money that seems to last longer, opportunities that come at the right time, or simple meals that satisfy more than lavish feasts. It can also appear as harmony in the home, protection from loss, or a deep sense of gratitude that makes even small blessings feel abundant. This unseen increase is something only Allah can place, and it is granted to those who align their lives with His commands. Unlike material possessions, barakah cannot be stolen, cheated, or manipulated. It comes through honesty, fairness, remembrance of Allah, and living a life of sincerity. When barakah is present, wealth becomes a source of ease instead of a burden. Without it, money slips away quickly and brings no comfort. That is why the wise believer seeks Allah's barakah, knowing it is the essence of true prosperity. So, my brothers and sisters, remember, money itself is not the goal, but aligning with Allah's guidance is what brings true abundance and barakah. When we practice gratitude, give charity, work with sincerity, trust Allah, and seek His blessing, wealth becomes a means of peace instead of stress. If this reminder touched your heart, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Purpose Deen so more people can benefit. And before you leave, comment this beautiful prayer: Ya Allah, bless me with halal rizq filled with barakah, and make me content with what you provide.